Hello Stamper, well, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com in the USA. Today it's kind of a one-sheet wonder, but I'm using two 6x6, so you can use 12 by 12. This is the country wood. It come in the 12 by 12, so I cut two pieces of 6x6. If you get designer series paper of 6x6, this is going to work. I get this pattern that we're going to do from Glenda Culkin, the stamp camp. She's part of my team, and she demoed that at our team meeting. So I did a set. I'm going to share with you after, but today I'm going to do the country wood. It's great for masculine card. If you struggle with masculine card, this is going to work great. It can be with anything. You can do flower paper too. This is going to work with any paper. Designer series paper. Just pay attention of the direction you're going to cut the paper. That's it. Because when you start, you don't have to know is it vertical or horizontal, because start with 6x6, and then when we cut, you're going to see. What you're going to need is, for the card base, you're going to need 4 of them. We're making 4 card, 8.5 by 5.5. You score at 4.25. Then you're going to need for like the insert, but one's going to be on top also. You're going to need 5 of them, 4 by 5.25. I already glued some there, but what I done, I'm going to share that right away so we don't forget. I embossed the bottom with the 3D wood or the wood grain. And here we go. I'm using a crumb cake here. You can use whatever color that you want in the brown tone. This is very vanilla. And I got my small blending brush that I grabbed. You can use a big one or a sponge, no matter what. And then I'm going to sponge on it lightly to pop up the wood grain there. Some of it I went more dark, but see that it add quite a bit there. So that's what I done for my inside. And I pre-done the other one. I see I sponge on the side there. This is the adhesive eraser, but it worked great for many things. Okay, so you need, like I said, 5 of them, but only 4 that you're going to emboss there. I'm going to put that there. Then in the very vanilla, and depending on which, maybe white's going to be better with you, or maybe another color cardstock, the insert, I would do white, vanilla, or basic beige, but the choice is yours. We need 3 of 3.5 by 3.5. We need 3 of 2.25 by 5.5. Now, in the color that's gonna coordinate with your cardstock or your designer series paper, here I get early espresso, 3 of 3.25 by 3.25, and then 3 of 1.25 by 3.25. So that's the basic that you need. And then I'm going to use just like scrap strip here. They're about a 1/4 inch wide, the one that I've been using. This is 1/2 inch. So just little strip that you can use to add to it. Now, for greetings, she used a nested label, I think, on some. I'm using the heartfelt hexagon punch, and the stamp said that I use simply said and the birthday wishes. Well, on the other card I kept this like this, and then oops, not this, don't punch out of that. You can use cardstock. The other one I use cardstock, or you can, you know what, I'm going to use a piece of cardstock here. I think you're going to see better. So you're going to do 2 halves. So if it's not enough, your scrap, you do 1 and then come here and then do another one. So, or you can punch out a full one. But like I said, if you get scrap, now you're going to glue that in the back like this, and then like this. So that's how I done my other card. Okay, they're all like this. I'm gonna show you one card here. I had an extra one here. Here we go. Now, they're not all done like that. So don't run away. Don't think it's just like that. It's going to get all chopped up here in a minute. Well, this one, I wanted to show the wood. So what I did on the very vanilla here, and I used scissors, and I cut where it start to turn. I stamp first, but to be honest, I think I would stamp after. So then I can center that more. And then if it maybe just a little snip around it if you didn't went low enough, but voila. Now with this, now I'm using another piece. I had a lot of the country wood. I absolutely love this paper. So I'm using more designer series paper, and we're going to glue that in the center. So this way, the front, I alternate the front. It's still with the punch, but so now you get two different ways. So you're going to need 4 of that. You can change your grading at different grading. Now we're going to get started. Okay, so the card base, like I said, the inside, I put my insert except one of them. So you need 5 of this size. This size, it's 5 1/4 by 4. And one of them, if you emboss like I did, you don't want to emboss on one of them. Now, this is going to be my top. I'm going to call that my top. You're going to take your 6 by 6. You're going to cut it in 4 square of 3 by 3. So we're going to go here, cut at 3. I'm going to put that together and cut back at 3. And some of them going to get chopped up, so don't do like me. That's why I got an extra card, because I went ahead of Glenda. I thought, oh, it's all going to be the same. No, it's not. Now, this one here, it's important to know which direction. This one, we can switch it down the road because it's square, right? This here, going to go on the long way. So my wood could go this way, but I want my wood to go this way. I'm going to cut at 5 and 5 1/2. I'm going to cut this at 5 1/2. And this will be safe for another card. Put that aside. Turn this around. And we're going to cut this at 2. And then at 2. So now we got 3 pieces of 2 by 5 1/2. Now with those 3 pieces, we're going to take the 5 1/2 by 2 1/4, and we're going to glue them all right away. So these are going to be done, okay? Looking at my card on the side there. And you can put them on your card all the same position. Oops, I should have went the other way. I like to mix them. I didn't put all in the center. While I know that at the meeting, Glenda did all in the center. I'm horrible to follow direction. I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to making card, I got a tough time casing a card and such. I just like to go at my own speed on drum or whatever. Beat at my own drum, right? Here we go. So now we're going to take this and put that on our card right away. So I will change the direction, like I said. Some of them will be all in the middle, just like this. That's the way they had all done them. And then I'm going to put one more at the top. Here we go. And then I'm gonna put the other one in the center. Oops, I got two here. One of it, you don't have a strip for it. It's gonna be a different one, okay? So the one that you don't have a strip for, remember the piece that I told you that, oh, I said I would go in the middle. Uh, the piece like for the insert would go at the top. Let's glue that right away. That it's 4 by 5.5. 4 by 5.25. And this one's gonna go there. Okay, now we're ready to put our topper, and that's this. We're gonna start with the more simple one. Forget my embellishment. Here we go. I want some embellishment. Okay, so the more simple one we're going to start with. We're going to glue it on the 3.25 by 3.25 early espresso. So this here, it's the simple, well, they're all simple. This is the one that we don't recut, okay? Now, we're going to take one of our, and this one, I'm going to put it with the one on the side there. So it doesn't matter if you want your card going horizontal or vertical, it's going to work because this way your wood grain it's at the bottom. And if you go this way, your wood grain it's on the side. So it all works. Now, in the back of this, I'm going to put a little strip here. I can go longer than that. Here, I get even longer here. Okay, we're going to fix that after, cut that bit sideways. So let me put that right there. So here we go. Okay, so then the square, oh, and then the square go on top of the very vanilla, the 3.5 by 3.5. I almost forget a layer there. And all the measurement going to be on my blog, and you get the link right below in the description, okay? This going to go flat because we're going to raise up the grading there. The punch out, we're going to raise that up. This is going to come right here. Now I'm going to take dimensional. And we're going to put that on. So inside the card, I just get that embossing to go with the wood there. If you get like a verse for birthday or whatever, maybe you want to use that for get well cards. It could be many occasions, this, okay? Thinking of you and such, you can switch that. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put that right here. And then I will snip there and here. And I can even go a little bit smaller there. Okay, voila. So that is one done. See how pretty that is? Okay, number one is done. Now we're going to go, oops, I said I wanted to put embellishment. So I got the pecan and clear ribbon embellishment here. And I think these are going to be perfect. And that, if you can change it, colors by using stamping blends, not regular marker, because regular marker, it's water-based, it would not last. While stamping blends, it's alcohol-based, it's going to last. See, I get different color in there. I'm just going to use the pecan here. And I'm going to add one there. Another one there, and then a small one over here. Just add a little bit of bling. And those one, I mean, they go perfect with that wood. Okay, when it's, I think it's done, right? So now we're going to go with the second one. So the second one, we're going to take a square of the 3 by 3 here, and we're going to cut that at 1.5. and both of them at 1.5. Measure twice, cut once. And if you got a pattern in your paper, you can keep the pattern at flow, you know. And now we're going to go ahead and take one of the early espresso here. And this, I like to use tumble glue, so then I can make it, I'm all mixed up here. Does it go there? I should have paid attention of, really, this one don't matter though, but I like to keep, I think that one is pretty good. I should have paid attention. Okay, those two go together. That go this way. That way. Okay, now I get back my pattern. It's not important to keep it, but especially if you get like a strong pattern that you really see, I would say pay attention when you cut it to keep it together would make a lot easier. Now it's just a little border around, and we're going to put the 4 square. And I'm not tapping it hard if you see, because if I have to move it, if I see I get too much at one end, like this here. Here we go. I'm going to call this good. And voila. Could have pushed it more on that side, but. Okay, so now we got like kind of a window. Now again, we will, and this one here, we're going to flip that around, and I'm going to go ahead and put it this way. And this one, I'm not putting piece of in the back of this because I want to keep that. We see that it is 4 square, so I'm not putting no strip on this one. Now I'm going to use dimensional. I could put like the strip like this, but that don't going to defeat my my 4 windows there. So I'm just going to put it this way. And put this at the top. We're going to add the embellishment, and this one it's done. Now the next one that we're going to do, it's different also. So all 4 cards are different. First we start cutting all the same, but they all going to be different by the time we're done. Now I'm going to take my embellishment here, and here we go. So 3 little embellishment. Number 2 done. Now the next one, we need our piece of early espresso again. This time, and that is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. We're going to cut that diagonal, okay? So we're going to go here, and you're going to put 1 point in the groove and 1 point in the, when I say the groove, it's the track there. Cut that diagonal. Now you're going to take another of your square, and you're going to cut that diagonal. Voila. Now we're going to glue this to each of them. I love when you can take, a few pieces of paper and have the same float and make some card. That paper, designer syrup paper, make uh, cards very easy with just different layout. You can add more to it if you want to add like die cut and such, but this make it so simple and easy. Now we're going to take another of 3.5 by 3.5. This is very vanilla. And we're going to glue that on. And try to keep my proportion here. And then another one. Now I'm going to get this one, and this one I'm going to add on. I'm going to add this way. I'm going to put that right here. And here. You know what? This here, the way I cut it, I got just a little smidge there. There we go. Must have went kind of in the groove there. Okay, and then again, we got a birthday wish. This one, I can put a strip there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the bag here. Sometimes those little strips, add so much. And it's thing that we would have tossed in the trash, right? Now we're going to go ahead, put dimensional in the back of this. Make sure the dimensional don't show. I'm not paying attention to my strip. I try to focus on my grading there because my strip, I'm going to trim it. So trim there and about here. It's like cutting your bank a little bit shorter, and then boom, you got nothing left. Et voila. So this one also, see, that's over there. So that's number 3. Now number 4, it's a bit different. Remember this strip that we had left. I should have waited to glue it on top of that, but I'm going to make this work. So we're going to cut this at 5 1/4. Remove that. And that is the only, from the 6 by 6, that's what we're going to toss away, okay? Now I'm going to take this and we're going to put that right here. Whoops. Okay, now we're going to get our 3 piece of 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. And the 3 by 3, we're going to cut that by 1 by 1 by 1, okay? So cut it at, oops, I want it on this way. You want it on the long way. 1 and 1. And we're going to cut those 3 strips on our early espresso. So it's kind of fun to see how we started cutting this. And it's all, each card, it's the same pieces at the beginning, right? And we just keep on cutting more and more. So, okay, now this one here, you can put it all equally like this. Or you can go 1 over there, 1 over here, and 1 over there. And that's how I done mine. I went in steps. At the Stamp with Me at our team meeting, it was all center. And I think, I'm going to be honest, I think the reason why I don't use the center a lot, because you see, my main thing, it's not in the center. I get a tough time to put stuff in the center without taking my measurement and go from there. Take my ruler. So this way I can just eyeball that and it don't matter. So I'm going to put this one over here first, more at the top. And the second one going to wait. Now I'm going to put the bottom one. And I really think that's why I don't center a lot, because I would have to get my ruler. Now I try to keep the same proportion around here, like this. That's about right. And then I'm going to put this one in between those two. I find even if it would be in the center, I find it easier to put like left and right and then the center, or top, bottom, and then the center. I find that a lot easier. And I'm going to put that right here. So now you get more like a step. Now I could put it this way, put that right here, or I can put it this way. I'm going to put that I'm going to raise that up there. And I will not put the strip of paper neither. So I got two with strip of paper and two without. The last one I didn't put my embellishment, so we're going to put all that together there. And I think, because I want two on the tall waist, I'm going to put this one. That's going to look better over here. Okay, now let's put our embellishment on this. And this one here, I'm going to put one. I'm going to put more embellishment on this one, I think. Two. Three. Four. Okay, voila. So this one is done. Now this one, we didn't have embellishment on it. Put one. Two and three. Okay, that is it. So let me share with you all finish our, how many cards? 4 cards. And they're all done, you know, starting with a 6x6 designer series paper. Well, 2 6x6 and go from there. And I will have all measurement on my blog. Oh, I'm missing. You know what? This is it here. 1 minute. I'm like, it's something missing. So let me glue this back here. Because when I put my measurement on my thing, I know that's accounted for. So let's go back here and here. How about that? Okay. So we started with this one. So we got 2 on the long way, like I was saying, and 2 horizontal. That paper is so gorgeous, so gorgeous. So now that was with the country wood. Now with the take flight, or take, what is it? Not take flight. Right here. Come here. So that was the airplane paper, what it's called. Take to the Sky. So that was this paper that I used for the next one here. Let me show you. Take to the Sky. Okay, so this is with the country wood. And here is the other one. So this and this and here and here. And see, this is the same embellishment, but I color it with Night of Navy. So, because we don't have that, and I did it, and voila. So, and inside I just embossed that's the brick, the exposed brick at the bottom. It's hard to tell with the light. Maybe if I, there we go. So that's this one. So one thing in this though, that, because like I said, I was going ahead and I'm not one to stamp along good. So I had glue. I thought we were doing all the same thing. So I'm like, so see, that's why I got an extra one of that. I had to go get another piece of paper. Well, this one right here, see this one, we cut the 4 square. Well, this one was already glue. So I just took some Night of Navy strip and I put it on top there. So you can do that also. But see, so this year it's Take to the Sky. And here is the Country Wood. Et voila. Is that cool? Glenda did such a good job sharing that at our team meeting. So that's something, if you want to join our team, each month we get a team meeting, very casual. It's all online. And then we share what's going on in the stamping world. And then we do some stamping. So this is kind of fun. That is it for today, my friend. Again, all measurement and all supplies that I use for both set of those cards will be posted on my blog. Right below, you get the direct link. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now.